Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome back to City Edition with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You're very, very welcome. And this is part 2 of 4, looking at the city of Olongapo City by Meesmoth and Gilbert. This is a real city in the Philippines. I'd like to do a little quick shout out, only take a couple of moments, to Chachi, who is a Facebook friend of mine, who very kindly has given me a voice pronunciation of Olongapo. I think I'm about right, although my English dialect will probably make it very wrong, but I think it's as close as I'm going to get to Olongapo City in the Philippines. Right, now last week we had a look at the overviews, a very quick long distance view of the city. I want to have a look at some of the working mechanics of the city this week. Now, this particular city, it is a one-to-one style recreation of the city of Olongapo. Once you load it up, it will be at about 60,000 population, but I did leave the simulation running and it has grown to 120,000, which is pretty solid, I have to say. And I have paused the simulation for the moment because there's something I want to catch. That's why things aren't moving on the screen at the moment. There's something I want to catch in the process. So it's nothing too exciting, something that you have seen before. But I want to catch it just to show a point in case as it goes. Now, this particular city, like I say, is a recreation of another city. It's not a detailer's recreation, although there are a lot of assets required for it. Now, I'm not sure where I stand on this one personally. That said, I'm not going to criticise anybody on their city build because we all do things differently, and it's a cross between vanilla and detailer.
Enjoy.
And not really detailing, but when we get close in, you'll see exactly what I mean. But in terms of where things are, like if there's a school there, without checking every single school on the map, it does appear to be that there is a school there. When I've done random checks, things do seem to be in the right places, which is great in terms of recreating a city build. That said, in terms of making a working Cities Skylines city, well, it doesn't necessarily pan out so well, as I will show you now. Let's open up the toolbar. Sorry about all these extra buttons that have popped up. I don't use procedural objects normally, and this thing here, the city vitals, I never bother with that either, but these were essential downloads for the map, so I took them anyway, just in case not taking them would have caused problems. But there we are. Right, where were we? So we're going to have a look at some of the city vitals. Let's first of all have a look at the healthcare. Right, now if we have a look here, we can see a couple of big glowing blue areas for healthcare. Let's come over to this area first. Now, this area over here, we have, well, see a lot of crime. A lot of crime. You can see this is all about cemeteries. Oh, hang on, it's because I'm probably in the cemetery menu. There we go. I beg your pardon. Let's put it right back. I was in the cemetery menu. What a donkey. There we go. Right, so healthcare. We can see the green roads here are the ones that are well catered for. And you're looking down here, we can see we've got lots going on. We've got a unit here, the hospital. What's this one down here? Got a medical centre there. One of the custom medical centres. This one here, another custom medical centre. Identical. Let's have a quick look at that one. Doctor's office. I don't remember who made that one, but is that Semphcorn? I smell Semphcorn's work there. I could be wrong, but it does appear to be that kind of thing. Anyway, so if we go back into that menu, so yeah, we've got another one there, and we've got them dotted all around this green area, which is great. Then we go to this area over here. There's not anything supplying this area over here or up into the hills. So down here, when we come down here, there's a lot of crime. There's still a lot of crime. I don't see anybody really moaning about health in these areas, but it's not the most convenient of locations. Speaking of crime, we did have a quick look at the there we go. The cemeteries are all basically crammed right next to each other. These guys having trouble getting their waste because the dead people, they do produce a lot of waste. I think you know that already. And also crime. Also crime. They're rising. It's a zombie area, I think, that one. So we got that area there, and we did have another. There we go. Another lot of cemeteries going on here. Have we got? Yeah, we have got the crematoriums. So at least there's a chance of emptying these cemeteries. Right. Anyway, there's that. But we were looking at crime. Let's have a look at crime now. If I pull back again, we've got moderately good coverage in this area here, thanks to this police station. It's doing a lot of work, that police station. Let's pull right back out again. Yes, we're doing an awful lot of work. What's going on over here? This is the prison. The prison is over there, which obviously doesn't provide any coverage, but it does deal with some issues. We've got a little police station or something going on down here as well in this small town down by the airport. And at the airport we do have some security going on as well of some description. Right. So you can see that just this poor little police station is trying to cover everything, and Olongapo is going to be suffering crime-wise absolutely everywhere. Definitely not the nicest place to move to if you are a sim. Maybe in real life it's a lovely town. It looks like it's got a lot of character. We'll have a quick look at Google Earth, but yeah, Google Earth. Go and have a look at Google Earth yourself, and it's got great character, great character. Right now, fire services. This is what I want to get to. Right, what we have in terms of fire services, we've got again down here at the airport. We have some kind of coverage going on there. This small town over here has coverage, which is great. This is the place to live in Olongapo, near the airport, I think. Then down here we've got another one here, and then we go to the main town area. We've got good coverage in the green area again. Very light coverage over here. This is worrying. I wouldn't want to live there. No police coverage, no fire coverage. Probably not getting the waste taken away either. Yes, now. I want to show you this. We're going to leave it on pause for the moment. If I just come out of this menu, boom, and come down to Street View. I'm going to leave it on pause. I'm going to two birds with one stone here. Let's speed. So once again, the simulation is on pause, but only because there is a fire we will be getting to that I don't want to go out before we get there. First of all, let's have a quick glance at the buildings. They do look cartoony, I'm afraid. Thank you very much, Colossal Order. Thank you so much. Yeah, cartoony buildings. There are better buildings on the workshop than these ones. And anyways, we'll just make our way up. Now, this is part of a grid system. It's like a 2 or 3 street wide grid system. But it doesn't feel too blocky. Partly because we don't have any square skyscrapers and we've got this thing everywhere. But what we do have is bends in the road, which are quite entertaining. We'll see a better view of that when we go back above the have a little aerial view. But yes, we've got, this is part of the grid system. We're doing a little jinky this way, but not a jinky janky, just a little jinky, and I go again this way. See the way it's bearing around, and we will be able to bear back the other way in a moment. There's the fire that I want to get to. For me, it's been burning for about an hour because I've left the game on pause because I don't want to lose it. I don't think it's going to survive this building. I really don't think it's going to survive. And then, yeah, see the way this road is bearing left and right and left and right. Then we come back up to aerial view, and you can see that. Where are we? Yes, this is the part of the grid system I wanted to show you there. We've got a nice straight road going down the middle. And then we've got this one, which is just going to the right, to the left, and back again. I quite like it. It does break up the monotony of what would be quite a dull grid system area, and that's me coming from Europe. Not saying your grid systems are dull, America. They are very what's the word I'm looking for? Efficient, I think. I think certainly more efficient. If you come to the UK, it's very easy to get lost in some of our older, bigger cities. But anyway, yeah, we've got a fire going on here now. This I don't think can be saved. I've already bulldozed a couple of buildings over on the other side of the bay, in that area, right in the middle of the top of the screen there. There are a couple of industrial buildings that burnt down. I demolished, and the zoning they regrew because there was no coverage. And here again we do have some coverage, but it's coming via helicopter. I'm not sure where it's coming from via helicopter, but if I just restart the simulation again, I don't know whether we are going to be able to save this building, and if we don't, then I'll just bulldoze it and regrow it. But it has been burning. Let me up the speed of the simulation a bit. Yeah, I've not seen a land-based fire engine reach this fire yet. I am seeing the chopper a couple of times, and the first time the chopper appeared, it did put out the fire mostly. The second time, it didn't make a dent, which is why I'm thinking that this is not going to survive. Because if the chopper didn't make a dent last time round, this has been burning even more. And is that a chopper up there, or is that an aeroplane? Is that our chopper? I think it might be. I'm just going to pause that. Let's go and have a little squinty. Yeah, I think this is our our chopper coming with some more water. We come back, restart the simulation again, and see if this is. Oh, here's one. Here's one. What that? Poured some water on there. That's great. Oh, has that put the fire out? No, it's still burning. It almost did. It almost did. But as you can see, we have the problem. Now, that's probably going to catch fully alight again in a minute. I don't see any view. Let me go into this menu here. And there's no sign of any wheel-based fire engines coming this way at all. So I think that's basically definitely not going to survive. I'd like it to survive. We'll try and come back and have a look at it later. Oh, it's not burning so far hard this time. Last time it really just like seconds later it woofed back up again. But anyway, we'll come back and have a look. So there's all that. Now, in terms of other services, in terms of shipping. Now, the one thing that I wasn't sure, should I review this map? Should I not review this map? There's obviously a lot of shipping going on. There's a major shipping area. But the thing that really sold it to me was this jetty here. I couldn't believe that level of... Okay, it's way too high. It is way... Yeah, this is where it's a detailer's map, but not a details map. The fact that is even there... Well, that impressed me. Are we talking about... Should they have spent hours and hours and hours making the whole thing look realistic? Well, it's their map. It's their city, and it's their game. And they don't need someone like me to come and tell them what they should be doing or shouldn't be doing. The airport, shall we have a quick look at the airport? The airport, it's a really good looking long runway. The vanilla runways are just too short. Here we go. This is the vanilla airport, and that is way too short. I do like the way that has been extended out. It's got a bit of a jinky janky in it though. Look. You imagine if you were landing a plane here. Steer a little bit to the right, Captain. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that is pretty marvellous, though. I'm really glad they went to the effort of extending that and putting the taxiways in as well. That's a double bonus as well. Now, if we come and have a look over the docks and the docks, this area in real life is completely covered in containers, pretty much. And we've just got a few small blocks. So again, it just looks like a nod to the area rather than an actual full recreation or recreation. A full recreation of the area. Now, I'm getting the feeling it's getting darker. I don't think I've got the Oh, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Thank you. Yes, I thought we were heading towards nightfall. Let's push the lights. We'll have a look at it at nightfall in episode 4 when we can have a look at the skyline as it all lights up beautifully. There we go. I thought it was getting a bit dark. Sorry about that. Yes, we have got, there's a lot of dock work going on here. There's a lot of shipping going on here. The colour line. Not using the vanilla cruisers. That is a nice thing to see in anybody's build. We have got little areas like this. I feel just needed just to, to have the keys dragged around and just matched up. A little bit of extra work. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. I like to see it when people go to the next level. Like here, the terrain work here. We have just got, well, maybe it is that bumpy in real life. I'm inclined to think it isn't. I could be wrong. This just feels like, imagine driving over here. This would make you seasick, wouldn't it? Yes, we've got more docks down here. Now, this, in terms of detailing, this I don't buy into. Surely, like this particular boat here, if we grab that, stick it on, move it, give it a little bit of a turn, bring it across to here, 50-meter yacht. I am more inclined to believe that that would be docked more like that. Now I know they do park in sideways, but only because, like, if we take these as the smaller example, so try and line that one back up again. So they might be pulled in like this, but only if we grab that one and pull it onto the other side over here, only because there is room to have them nose to nose. And even then there'll still probably be a little bit more room between the two keys than that. So yes, they would be parked in at that kind of angle, but these bigger ships, well, they wouldn't be. They just wouldn't be. I mean, how? Okay, right. Let's take our little boat out for a ride, Captain. Okay. Oh, we can't get out. We can't get out. Somebody's parked their boat alongside us. Unless you own both of them. And matching his and hers, possibly. So anyway, that covers for that. This amusement amusement park, I don't know. It just seems lacking something. Could I be wrong? Could I be wrong? Maybe all this is actually parking in real life. Again, I have looked at Google Earth quite extensively. This, but I haven't looked at. I can't learn Olongapo fully in and out. But these are great assets, and all credit for the creation and for the placement, because we are obviously dealing with a real life amusement park. But I think it just needs something more, personally. So shall we go back and see if our building is burnt down? I think that's something we should do before we start thinking about winding up today's show. It's up here somewhere, isn't it? It's down here somewhere, and oh, there you go. It survived. Well, I take it back. It was the high school, and it has survived. Speaking to somebody who had trouble with his high school catching fire. No, okay, right, right. So, the fire coverage on this city is absolutely perfect. We have nothing to moan about at all. So, right, so what we'll do in the next... shall we have a look at school coverage? We haven't looked at school coverage. We should have a look at school coverage while we're here, while we have a look at schools. So, we've got a lot of school coverage in that area. In fact, the main part of the city, this valley here, has got pretty good coverage. We've got coverage over the farmlands, and there's coverage up in the hills. Education seems to be a thing. That is good. That is great. While we're talking about docks, I know we moved on, but this is it's obviously a shipbuilding area. We've got a lot of dry docks going on. I think this was dry dock number 5 in here, if I remember rightly, from the Google Earth images. Again, I think looking at the Google Earth, we could have found some better assets if you want to create an identical one-to-one looking type city. Well, we have gone for the kind of a match, city. Yeah, it's good. I do like this city. I think there's enough effort has gone into it to make it quite explorable. Yeah, and that's what we're going to do. Not in today's episode now. We are pretty much winding it up for today. What we will do in the next couple of episodes is we will go down and have a little look at some of the areas, the road layouts, the traffic flow, and obviously the night view as well. Because we did miss out last month with the London night view. It would have been nice to have had a proper look at that. But thanks very much for coming along, join me today. Join me next week for episode 3 of Olongapo. And of course, on Friday this week with Duvo, my own city build, where I'm going to be, okay, I'm not recreating the city, but my detailing is a little bit more refined than this city. I'm doing my best anyway, I'm doing my very best. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, and I'll see you very, very soon.